In a previous video, I mentioned that if you had some legal questions and didn't want to hire a lawyer, that this might be a good resource because it's almost 700 pages. And at the time, it was selling for about $100, and then it was sold out. And now I see some unscrupulous person is trying to sell a copy for $2,500. So definitely don't buy this. What I suggest is get the previous version of this. So there's a second edition, which is only like 25 bucks. Or I'm not familiar with this website, Gumroad. So put a comment in the comments if you're familiar with Gumroad. But they appear to be selling the same version, a PDF of it, not a physical version, for only 25 bucks. So I've never used Gumroad. I don't know anything about it. So if it's a legit website or not, if you're familiar with it, just put it in the comments and let us know if this is legit or if you should stay away from it. It looks like you can just buy it online and they'll send you a PDF and you can pay with a credit card or Google Pay. So I'll add a link to it in the comments. And, as I said, just leave a comment if you're familiar with it. I'm not. And I don't get anything for recommending this. As I said, I'm just trying to provide you with some resources, and I don't know anything about this website, but I do know that $2,500 is outrageous to pay for this book. So if you can get a PDF of it for $25, sounds like a pretty good deal to me. So some updates. I mentioned before in a previous video that they were working on my pension calculation and I was only getting about half what I should be getting, and it was kind of freaking me out. And some of you commented correctly that normally it takes 3 to 6 months for them to come up with the correct amount as they process your paperwork. And it's almost 4 months now, and they may have straightened it out because they sent me something saying that they finished the calculation. So that's between 3 and 6 months. Right in the middle is 4 months. So I still haven't gotten news of what the final amount's going to be, but fingers crossed there. What I did find out is that they do mail you something with a specific new password that you have to use to log into OPM's website within 30 days of them sending you this. And that's the only way to access their system, not with the previous password and whatever that I set up before I left. And I know I did not forget the password or anything because I actually had it written down. But they, for security reasons, will mail you a new password for logging on to the OPM system. And I did get their other things that they mailed me, but I never got that original one. And, sometimes mail gets mixed up with my neighbors. I have some mail here that I need to give to my neighbors that was accidentally delivered here. So I don't know if that piece of mail was accidentally delivered to my to my neighbors, but I never got it. So I did get everything else from OPM except the most important one, which I never got, which is why I can't log into their system. And as I said, you can't call in because, you call it, it hangs up, and I can't log in because I never received the mail with the password. So what I'm going to do is send them a physical letter with snail mail, like a cave person. That seems to be the only way I can resolve this. So I'll let you know what happens with that. And I'll try to go live tonight because I did mention that if we get 1,000 subscribers, I'll go live. So we hit 1,000, and I have to go run some errands today. I'm going to meet some friends at the shooting range. And so about 6:30, if I can, I'll try to do it live. I don't want to schedule it because when I tried to schedule it on YouTube, it says I need streaming software, which I don't know what that is, and I don't care. So I'll just around 6:30 tonight Eastern time, I'll go live. And if you have any questions that you want answered and I can answer them, just put them in the comments. If not, we'll just wing it. And what I decided to do on some of these videos is when I answer a question, I'll just, rather than pulling it up and walking you through it, I'll add a link to whatever the resource I'm using, whether it's the OPM manual or the federal regulations. I'll just put a link in the either description or the comments so you can look it up yourself. Don't rely on what I'm saying because I'm not an employment lawyer, and you can look it up for yourself. With regard to how long it takes to get your pension and everything like that, normally it's 3 to 6 months, But I have seen other people suggest that because they're cutting people at OPM and there's so many more people that are going to retire and these have to be processed manually, that you might expect 6 months to a year before you're getting the right amount. So that's something to consider if you're going to take the VERA or any other VSIP. And I did get some questions about RIFs and DSR, which is a discontinued service retirement. So I think I'll do a separate video on that. But basically, a DSR is kind of like an involuntary VERA. So a VERA they offer to certain positions, and if you're in one of those positions and you've been there 20 years and are over 50 years old, or if you have 25 years of service, and you're any age, you can take the VERA, but only if it's offered to you, and they only offer it to people in certain positions. So in my agency, for instance, we have one bankruptcy guy, and he's a person who would have to come in even when the government was shut down for budget reasons. And he still had to come to work because if a bank went bankrupt, you need that guy there. So he would never get a VERA because his position would never be eliminated. So however, if you are fired in a RIF, there's something called a DSR, discontinued service retirement, which is basically like an involuntary RIF. So if you qualify for a VERA, meaning that you have 25 years of service at any age, or 20 years of service and you're over 50, and they make you leave, you don't want to leave, but they make you leave, that would get you a DSR, discontinued service retirement. And I'll try to do a video on that, but it basically has the same benefits as a VERA, meaning that you get to keep your insurance and your access your pension when you leave, even if you're under the minimum retirement age, which is 57. And the sort of caveat with that and any RIF is that if they offer you a different position in the same agency, in the same city, within I believe it's 2 steps lower than what you're getting now, you still have to take it. But that should be a separate video, and I'll try to do one of those. And again, I'll try to do a live thing tonight at 6:30. So if there's any questions you want in the live broadcast, just put it here. And as I said, this book that I recommended in a previous video, 2,500, is outrageous when it should be $100. And it would not occur to me to buy this book when it was $100 and resell it to somebody at 2,500. So I don't know who did this, but that's a horrible thing to do. And if you know of Gumtree and it's legitimate, let me know in the comments. But if so, I'm going to put a link to this in the comments, and I'm going to update the Google Doc that I posted to have a link to this if it's a legitimate resource, where you can get the PDF of it for $25 instead of paying $2,500 for the original. And again, I don't know these people. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't get a commission from this. I'm just trying to put out resources for you, and I don't want you to get screwed on this. So anyway, if that helps, let me know. And if you're familiar with this, let me know. And if you have questions that you want answered in the live, let me know. Anyway, good luck, everyone.